Something I didn't know in vanilla was that you could make one-button rotations through Lua scripts. With proper setup, you can maximize tanking and DPS for all your characters through that one button. While this helps multi-boxers in that you would only need to set this one macro up on all of your bars, it's something that you could use even when playing solo. And even further, if you always wanted to play a class that you never knew how to, you can now do that using this one button. But put simply, we're creating a macro that will run through a long list of commands through Lua scripts, and within those commands, the macro will determine whether you're a tank or DPS, and even further, which class and spec you are. Based on this information, that one button will spit out a rotation. Luckily, you won't need to learn any programming or come up with code on your own. All you have to do is download these files that FurySwipes created, and then move the files into your add-on folder. Once you move the files into your add-on folder, you create a macro /script single parentheses in game, and just use that button. So let me show you this in action. You'll see my Fury Warrior doing her rotations. Here is what her Lua scripts are having her do. She casts Blood Rage and Berserker Rage on cooldown, then prioritizes Execute, Bloodthirst, Whirlwind, and then Heroic Strike when Rage is greater than 65. Behind her are 2 locks and 1 mage. For them, I created a macro that has both /assist Shaylara and then /script single parentheses on the next line. This way they will attack whatever Shaylara is attacking. You'll notice that the locks need to cast different curses, their corruptions, and shadow bolts after. My Frost Mage is just sitting there casting Frost Bolts, well, because that's their rotation. Once my locks are low on mana, you'll see them live tapping. Again, I'm just pressing that same button and nothing else. The Lua scripts have locks cast live tap if they have less than 10% mana and their life is above 40%. And when my mage is low on mana, she'll evocate without it being interrupted despite me pressing the macro repeatedly. Again, this is because the Lua scripts have pre-programmed all of this in it. You can also AoE by creating a macro /script AoE parentheses, which will make your characters cast their AoE spells. The locks cast an uninterrupted Hellfire cast, while the mage will cast Frost Nova if the enemy is in melee range, then Arcane Explosion. Now, if you want to go deeper into the rotations, you can open up the SuperMacros add-on folder and take a look at the SM extend file. You can make minor adjustments there to change the way your character behaves when executing rotations, or if you have an entirely different rotation in mind, then you could create these scripts from ground up. But I don't want to get into all that technical stuff. I'd rather be playing. I just wanted to let you know that such a thing existed here and to leave it up to you to explore it. There are people who are really good with Lua scripting on the macros and add-ons section of our Discord in Nictomoon. So if you have any questions, you can definitely ask there. But that's all I have for you today. Hope this was helpful. Good luck and take care.